back for my lunch break, and to get you up to speed, we've whittled down this last this is kind of the boss room a little bit, and we took out the Manticore, we took out the Sorcerer, aka Melar, in my mind. But the Wendigo made his way over to the Wizard, took a couple swings at him, and did manage, I believe, to take one body point away from him. So that's how we are starting the new turn for the heroes. And let's see here. Just want to make sure everything's looking okay coming through the streaming software and whatnot. Okay, so I think that this thing has how many body points? It's only got 2. I think the Wizard can move over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or should I use Fire of Wrath? Maybe I should. I feel like we're getting close to the end of this quest, surprisingly. I know there's a couple of rooms I still need to sweep. But yeah, let's go ahead and use Fire of Wrath. This says, this spell may be cast on any one monster. Blasting it with flames, it will inflict 1 body point of damage unless the monster can immediately roll a 5 or 6 using 1 red die, aka 1 6-sider. So let's see if he's able to pull that off. Oh man, dang it. He did. Okay, so that spell is gone and didn't do any damage to him, but he's going to go, the Wizard's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and just hang here. I think the Wendigo could possibly make his way around, but at any rate, did I just have the Wizard go first? That was really bizarre. Okay, that's all right. I'll allow it, as long as we mark that he's taken his turn. Barbarian is going to move here and attack with... You know what? This might be a good time to use Berserker Rage. Yeah, let's do it. Berserker Rage. I just want to break through this guy's defense big time. Once per quest, before rolling attack dice, you may place this card on your character sheet to gain +2 attack dice and -2 defense dice. Add 1 token to this card at the start of each of your turns. When there are 3 tokens on the card, remove it from the game. So yeah, I'm going to just pop into Berserker Rage mode. So that's going to give him 7 attack dice right now. 4 and... I feel like I'm missing some of my... Oh, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Ugh, not great, but okay. And it might kill him. So 3, and he gets 6 to defend. And he blocks 1, but 2 get through. How many body points? I think he's dead. I think he's dead. Yes, he is dead. Awesome. Okay, so we nipped that dude in the bud. He didn't leave behind any loot. Nice. Okay, that was worth it, especially since Fire of Wrath did not work out as I had hoped. That's the end of the Barbarian's turn. On the Elf's turn, let's see. The Elf... Well, the Elf is going to search for treasure. The note for this room says, the first hero who searches for treasure will find the Talisman of Lore. The Talisman is a magical artifact. Its use is explained on the matching artifact card. Okay, so let's take a look. All right. The card says, this magical medallion increases your mind points by 1 for as long as it is worn. Now, I have to say that the Talisman of Lore has always been the most boring, uninteresting artifact to get. I think it's the first one you get going through these quests, and it's just like, why? I mean, up to this point, in the design of these quests, there's just so little use for mind points. They have so little relevance to the typical quest and the turn-to-turn experience. But I have to say, this suddenly, I mean, like, if you give it to your wizard already has 6 mind points. You can give it to your wizard, and that's cool and all. It's just going to make him even better with mind pointy stuff. But anybody else you give it to, I mean, the dwarf is like the next... Oh no, I guess the elf is the next highest highest. And so you could bring his mind points up to 5. That might be cool, I guess, but when is that ever going to be useful? Hardly ever. But as with my new rule sets and how traps work and how mind points, your current mind points are really relevant to sidestepping a trap, I'm going to do something I've never done before and that I've never seen any player do before in this game. I'm going to give the Talisman of Lore to the Barbarian because he's got 2 mind points. And 3, I mean, that could definitely make a difference because then at least he gets a chance. And I've got him in the front so much. So normally I wouldn't have even bothered giving him. Why bother giving the Barbarian 1 more mind point? What's it going to do, you know? But I can see it being useful, especially since I so often have him in the front and he so often is the first one to run into traps and have to test his mind points. Hey, Rugged Warrior, thanks for jumping into the chat. So yeah, I'm totally going to give the Talisman of Lore to the Barbarian. Hope you're doing well today, Rugged Warrior. My schedule has changed a little bit. I think that I bit off just a little bit more than I can chew in terms of focus. So I had a lunch break and that was great. But I think I'm going to modify the schedule for the rest of the week to be just a little bit trimmed down compared to what it was. Let's see here. That was the Barbarian's turn, right? No, the Elf. He searched for treasure, and I guess technically I can't give it to the Barbarian right away. It's in the Elf's possession, but we'll take care of that in just a minute here. That's the end of the Elf's turn. The Dwarf. I am going to have the Dwarf search for treasure. So let's see what we got here. Oh, crap. It is a wandering monster. So I guess we'll put a zombie out. And he's going to attack right away with, I believe, 2 attack dice. Do I still have the zombie card out somewhere? My play space gets increasingly more messy and chaotic as these streaming days go on, especially when I'm playing HeroQuest. Get all these monster cards out and... Oh, there's my zombie card. Yes, 2 attack dice. 2 attack dice, 3 defend, 1 body. So let's see here. 2 skulls on the Dwarf. The Dwarf gets, I believe it's 3 to defend. No, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he blocks both. Nice. Okay, so that is the end of the Dwarf's turn. Wizard. Now that zombie's not going to be able to make his way around to the Wizard, so the Wizard is safe right now. And I think I'll just keep him that way. Oh wait, we already took his turn anyway. So now it is Zargon's turn. I give a threat to Zargon. I now have 5 threat. So I got to try and remember next time one of my heroes enters a room or corridor that none of them have been in yet, that I can trigger the trap. Well, Salt Heart Foam Follower, thanks for jumping into the chat. And they write, hello, just lurking here at work, listening in the background. Well, cool. Thank you so much for putting me on. And I hope I am not a distraction to your productivity. Let's see here. So the zombie attacked the dwarf. Okay. Oh no! Wait, no. This is the regular turn. The zombie is not attacked yet. So that was the wandering monster attack that I did earlier. This is the first proper attack. Should I go for the disease thing again? I think I will. 4 through 6 it'll trigger on. Nope. No luck this time. Okay, so now we flip these tokens and we are back to the Barbarian's turn. I need to put... I'll just use some random thing. I got to put a token on his Berserker Rage card so I can keep track of that. And he will... does he have a diagonal attack? No. It's going to go right here and attack with his 5 attack dice. Any skulls there? Man, no skulls at all. So that sucks. And he's done moving too. That's really lame. The elf, let's see here. No, the elf can make it around. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he will attack the zombie. The elf gets 3 attack dice. Oh, wow. 3 skulls. Can the zombie... Well, he gets 3 defense, but he's going to have to get all black shields or he's gone. And there he goes. Nice. Okay. Now, do I get any loot from that? Nope. All right. That's fine. So that is the elf's turn now. Back over to the dwarf, who I think is just going to start moving along now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Getting a little messy here. I gotta remember the elf needs to give that Talisman of Lord of the Barbarian. The wizard is gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That'll do. Zargon gets 1 threat, and we are back to the Barbarian's turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna have, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm gonna have the elf go here, and he's gonna give that Talisman of Lore now to the Barbarian. Okay, good. So that's the elf's turn. Dwarf. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5, 6. I had to check the map and where I'm heading. Right now, you know, the end of the quest is to get the Talisman of Lore. That's the objective, right? Long ago, a powerful wizard by the name of Melar created a Talisman of Lore which would enhance the wearer's understanding of magic. It's rumored that Melar hid the talisman in an underground laboratory at the heart of his maze, fearing it might be stolen, blah, blah, blah. As you search for the talisman, beware of many traps and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, the talisman is the goal. At this point, I could head back to the stairs, and it would be considered a win. But as a great lover of dungeon crawling, I must make a clean sweep of the dungeon. And so what I'm planning right now is to round this corner as I'm doing, and then continue this way and backtrack here. And this door is closed, but we've already been in this room, so we can skip that. But I want to know what's behind this door. This is the only unopened door. Everywhere else, I think I've revealed on the map that I can. So it's like whatever's here and possibly beyond is what I need to explore before I can go to the stairs. And thankfully, it's not crazy far from the stairs, making our way back. So now, normally, playing this game traditionally, what I would do with my friends, since monsters can't just spawn any time, we would just kind of fast forward this part, walking from one part of the dungeon to the other. But since I've introduced a threat system inspired by Descent First Edition, I do need to keep track of the turns so the Zargon can be amassing the appropriate amount of threat. It does slow things down a bit, but again, several of these rules do, and I'm still pretty happy with what they add to the game. So let's see here. That is the dwarf wizard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, I took my eyes off the board to look at the camera for a second there, so he might have moved 1 or less than he was supposed to. Okay, another threat for Zargon. Let's see. So this will take us back to the Barbarian. He needs another token. Highly unlikely that he's going to be able to use the rest of his Berserker Rage anymore. And that's fine, because frankly, it makes him weak defensively. And so the time to pull the trigger on Berserker Rage is like when you've got one nasty guy that you want to get rid of and there's not a lot of people around you need to defend against. So I think that was pretty much the ideal way to use Berserker Rage. Okay, so he is going to move 1, 2... Oh, hey, this would be a good time. Did he... Oh, no, it's the elf that has the Ring of Swiftwind. Oh, well. Dang it, I should give that to the Barbarian. Oh, well. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... That's the Barbarian. Now the Elf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you know what? He's going to cast... he's going to cast Swiftwind on the Barbarian with his Ring of Swiftwind. Nice. So that's the Elf. The Dwarf. Here he goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wizard. Wizard will just move 2. 1, 2. He doesn't need to be getting all ahead of the group here. Zargon gets a threat. Back to the Barbarian, puts another token on Berserker Rage, which brings it to 3, and so it's done. So we'll just set that aside now. And he gets to move. I need to figure out what this... Okay. Movement. Didn't have enough brain power to remember this before, but... in my house rules, heroes do not need to roll for movement, and may, if they wish, move 6 spaces automatically, or 4 if wearing armor that would reduce their movement dice to 1. Effects that would allow heroes to roll more movement dice may instead allow heroes to move half, rounded up, of the total max number that could be rolled when such an effect is applied. So effects that would allow heroes to roll more movement dice may instead allow heroes to move half of the total max number that could be rolled. So they can, under Swiftwind, I think that gives you like, well, let's look. Let's look. Let's not bother testing my memory. This spell, it says, may be cast on any one hero, including yourself. Its powerful burst of energy enables that hero to roll twice as many red dice or d6 as normal the next time he moves. So you have a max potential of 24 movement. So without rolling, I could go an automatic 12, and I think that's what I want to do. I don't want to risk stumbling. So yeah, he's going to move 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes, now I feel like the Barbarian is where I want him to be in the movement order. Let's get the camera over here. I think that'll be a little better. Yeah, good. Okay, so that's the Barbarian. The Elf back here, gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then he gets to body surf up here. So that's it for the Elf. The Dwarf, gonna catch up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I guess. Puts him right there. Wizard, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Zargon gets a threat, and we are back to the Barbarian's turn. Almost there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Elf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dwarf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfectly positioning him. You can't really see it here. Let me move this a little bit. Perfectly positioning him to be... Oops! There we go, camera. To be diagonal to this room we're about to head into. Okay, so that's good for the Dwarf, and then Wizard. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Really, I'd like him to be diagonal too. So he'll just hang there and become diagonal as soon as possible if that's useful. Okay, Zargon gets another threat. I definitely have enough to trigger actually 2 spear traps right now, so we'll see how this plays out. Back to the Barbarian's turn. He's going to go barge in this room here. 1, we're going to open that door, and we find first off that another door is right there. And then the only other bit of business in this room is a gargoyle. This is the original HeroQuest gargoyle figure in 3 pieces. The wings, just come right off the back. I suppose some people probably glue these together. That's how a number of these multi-piece miniatures get kind of treated, or by players who prefer it that way. The head comes off too. But anyway, yeah, another really cool figure that holds up really well. So that's going to sit right there. So he just moved 1. Oh, I got to put an empty door space there. Barbarian just moved 1 space, right? So he's going to go 2. And then... Okay, so this chamber contains a gargoyle that appears to be paralyzed. The gargoyle will not move at first and will only come to life after one of the heroes opens the door that leads into the next room. The gargoyle cannot be harmed, takes no damage until it is either moved or attacked. It has either moved or attacked a hero. So, you know, I'm playing solo, and so there's no element of surprise. This is not going to take me by surprise like it would other heroes. Normally, heroes are going to come in here. They're going to maybe spend some time attacking the gargoyle. It's not clear how much of this information the Zargon player is meant to give the players. If they're just supposed to... It says this contains a gargoyle that appears to be paralyzed. Well, what do you mean it appears to be paralyzed? Am I supposed to read that information? Or do players figure that out because they attack it and it's not moving and it's not attacking and they're not doing damage to it, you know? I think that thematically it would be better to say this is a stone gargoyle statue, you know? Because that is probably going to result in kind of fooling the heroes in the way that you would intend. So I think what I will do... What do I want to say? Well, this is somewhat trap-like. So I think what I will do is, with each hero that enters this room, I will, I was thinking, you know, should I have them do some kind of roll with their mind points? Thematically, I would really like that. But I mean, the fact is, I know this thing is going to come to life when I open the door across the room. I think probably the best ruling on this, because knowing it's going to come to life, I'll just set my guys up by the door the way I want to set them up to best be prepared for this. I'm not going to, I don't think I can bring myself to put myself in some kind of weakest possible position to get my butt handed to me or get my wizard killed. So I think the compromise here is, you know what? Let's give him an extra defense die. He's not going to surprise me, but this gargoyle has an extra coating of stone skin or some crap like that, and that gives him one extra defense die. That seems pretty reasonable. So let's get out the gargoyle card. You know what? First, let me finish the barbarian's turn. I'm going to just forget what the crap is going on. So this is 2, 3, 4... 5. I guess I'll stop there. And then I am going to have him attack the gargoyle, but I got to get the card for that. Okay, here we go. What do we got here? The original stats that carry through are an attack of 4, defend of 5, body 3, mind 4, move 6, and fire breath. Good gravy. Now, we haven't run in this playthrough series, I don't think we've run into a gargoyle yet. The last quest that was intended to have a gargoyle, I think, was the very first one, where Varag, the foul gargoyle, is the boss at the end of the first quest. And I replaced that with a gelatinous cube that I came up with stats for, which was really cool. But I didn't want to do that here. So I think this is the first time in this series we've had a gargoyle. Fire breath, I do not remember at all. I came up with these things, you know, more than 2, less than 5 years ago. Maybe around 5, I don't know. My memory's terrible anyway, obviously. So this is going to be news to me. Fire breath. Targeted hero places a burn token on their character sheet. So this will trigger on a 4 through 6 on a d6. If I try to do that instead of bothering to try an attack. Targeted hero places a burn token on their character sheet. At the beginning of every turn, they roll 1 combat die per token. On a skull, they lose a body point. And that's all there is to it. A hero may skip his a hero may skip his turn after rolling for the burn token to stop, drop, and roll. They roll 1d6 after doing that, if they choose to do that with their turn, and they discard all burn tokens on a roll of 5 or 6. And this is another status that has no effect on rock skin. Oh, and a little note I added here. Oh, I must have run into a gargoyle or somebody else with fire breath, because this is a note I wrote in since starting this streaming series a couple years back. May be removed by water of healing. And that makes a ton of sense, you know, thematically, just based on the name, water of healing. Maybe not heal body, the rock spell, but water of healing sure, makes sense. If you're going to splash water all over somebody to heal them, should be able to put a fire out. So yeah, that's fairly nasty and a little bit hard to get rid of. I think I would want to give it a shot, though. Sounds cool. I think a Hellhound had that. I don't think it was a Gargoyle. I think I had a Hellhound that had Fire Breath, and that's when I made that change, that adjustment to that rule. Okay, so the Barbarian is going to attack. He gets 5 attack dice. Let's see what happens here. So we got 2 skulls there. And the Gargoyle, now with the addition I made, has 6 defend dice. So 2 skulls coming at him. And wow, he rolls no shields. No black shields. That is very disappointing. I don't mind telling you. He's got 3 body points, but he's down to 1 already. Horrible. Just terrible. All right, so the Barbarian is done. And we're on to the Elf's turn. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, he can't make it. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Let's yeah, he didn't cast Swiftwind on himself. I thought about doing that, but it would have been, I guess, probably burned by now anyway. Let's sprint and see if I biff it. Because I'm not going to make it to the Gargoyle otherwise anyway. 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, let's see, maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Beautiful. Beautiful. So just to the right side of the Gargoyle. And what has he got? He's got a Ring of Fire of Wrath. This might be a good time to use that with all the defense dice that the Gargoyle has. Yeah, let's go ahead and use that. That means the Gargoyle rolls... Gotta remind myself of the wording of this spell. Oh, 1 red die. So it's 1 damage unless he can roll a 5 or 6 on 1 die. Alright, so let's see here. Oh, he avoided the damage, dang it. Crap. Well, it was still, the odds were still the best trying to go that route. But that's the Elf's turn. Dwarf, get in there with your crossbow, man. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful, beautiful. And he gets 3 attack dice. Okay. Wow! Very nice. 3 skulls on that roll. That is probably going to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to have to get 3 black shields off of this roll for the Gargoyle to survive. Yeah, that's not happening. Boom. There he goes. Did he leave any loot behind? He did not. Okay. Oops, knocking things all over the place. Don't remember where they were. This is the hazards of streaming this, because I don't really have another camera, or I'm not sure that I want to use up real estate on the screen to have a separate camera to look over my dice rolling space. So I have to try and roll them within the shot of the camera somewhere, which I would normally never do because, you know, it's just a pain and it knocks things around. And all right. So that was the dwarf. Good job, dwarf. Wizard, what are we doing? We're just joining the group. 1, 2, 3, 4. Step away from the door. Very good. Oh, I forgot. Dang it. Okay, to punish me for forgetting, because I was supposed to check for a trap when they first entered the room. To punish me for forgetting, I'm going to spring it, or try to spring it on the wizard. Let's see. On a skull or black shield, right? Is that what it triggers on? Skull or black shield, a trap is triggered. Oh no, it's a white shield. Oh well. Okay, so wizard is in. No trap triggered. And then, did I give Zargon a threat? Let's give him another one. If I didn't, just in case. And we reset. We're back to the Barbarian's turn. Do we want to search for treasure? I think we do, right? I mean, how are we doing on gold? Maybe not. Maybe not. I think we're doing okay right now. So I'm going to keep going forward. I would like to see if I can finish this dungeon before the end of my streaming time today. And I feel like I've got a really good amount of healing potions. The difficulty of this quest does seem to be significantly less than last time, but I think that has a lot to do with not spawning a Dark Elf assassin all the time. Okay, here comes the Barbarian. 1. Open the door. What do we have in here? Oh, it looks like this is the last room to discover because there's no doors leading out of it. So there it is. We've got... Gotta move this camera is what we gotta do. Okay. So we've got a treasure chest off in one corner. It's a nice little piece. That goes right there. No other props. There's normally multiple traps in this room, 1 on the chest and 2 here. But those have all been cashed in. Maybe not the one on the chest. I thought I did. I think I did. Yeah, I don't remember. Let's say that it's still on there, but I know that it's there. I just need to disarm it. That sounds good. But the spear trap, the pit trap, those have been cashed in already. We've got 3 skeletons. Is there anything that's on my monster table that would be equivalent and more interesting? Let's see. That'd be a good time to do that. Let's put out... Oh, sure, perfect. So for 2 skeletons, I can put out a Bane spider. For 1 skeleton, I can put out a cave spider. So let's spider this place up a bit. Where's that cave spider? I already used one of those. And then a Bane spider. So this is the Bane spider. I've not used one of these yet. But this is also from Descent First Edition. It's a big honker. I was really glad to have the cave spider from Descent Second Edition. Because it's just worked a lot better in HeroQuest. Hey, Garvik the Noble III jumped back in the chat. Thanks for coming back. He says, did I ever ask you Vietnam reenactment questions? Just wonder so I don't accidentally repeat myself. Yes, you did. I can't remember all the details of that conversation, but yes, we did talk about that times and half a time ago or something like that. Okay, so that's the room that we're looking at. The Barbarian, he started, I don't know, somewhere around here. He should have enough to get in there and fight whatever he wants to fight. But we're going to go 1 and see if a trap triggers. It does not, surprisingly. Wow, okay. So he's going to continue and just go right here and attack this, what do you call it? Not a cave spider, Bane spider. And I've not... Gotta get the cave spider stats out. Oh my gosh, was I using a Bane spider stats before? Yes, I was, dang it! No wonder. I was saying earlier, that seems too strong for a cave spider. It's because I was using the stats of a Bane spider, dang it. Okay, so let's clarify here. The actual stats of the cave spider are attack 2, defend 2, body 1, mind 4, and move 6. So those of you watching, especially in the archived version, probably knew and were shaking your heads, Pater, you're looking at the wrong stats. And it has web, which the Bane spider, also has. But the Bane spider only has poison. So that's what we're looking at for those 2 creatures. But he's attacking the Bane spider. And he's got... the Barbarian has 5 attack dice. Gosh. Where to roll? 3 skulls. 3 skulls. And then the Bane Spider defends with 4. So it's got 2 body. Oh man! Unbelievable. 3. Let me move this so you can see. 3 black shields. That was some really nice defending on the part of the Bane Spider. And that's the end of the Barbarian's turn. Okay, the Elf is going to get in here and attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's do that. So he's going to attack. He has 3 attack dice with his broadsword. And he got 2 skulls from that roll. Bane Spider, 2 body, 4 defense. Could be killed instantly here. And he is. There he goes. Does he have any loot on him? Nope. Okay. Oops. Knocking all kinds of things over. All right, so it's just this little Bane Spider. Sorry, there's some glare on the board there. Let me see if I can compensate for that a little bit. So it's just this little Bane Spider guarding the chest, as it were. That's the end of the Elf's turn. Dwarf is going to come waddle charging in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that worked out pretty well. And he's got 3 attack dice, whether from his broadsword or his crossbow. In this case, broadsword. And this one doesn't quite count. Let's try that again. Miss. So he got 1 skull on the Cave Spider. Cave Spider gets 2 defense dice. Only 1 body, though, so he needs a black shield or he's dead. There he goes. And, oh, he did leave us 25 coins. Nice. Very nice. Okay, wizard. You gonna come in and join the party? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess I'll just stop there. Nothing more I want to do with him. So another threat for Zargon. We come back around to the Barbarian's turn. So let's see here. The trap. Let's check out the trap on this thing. It says the chest is filled with poisonous gas. It is a trap. If a hero searches for treasure before the trap is disarmed, he will lose 2 body points. The chest also contains 144 gold coins. There's no other treasure in the room. So I'm just going to... Let's see here. It's the Barbarian's turn, right? I'll probably just skip everybody and go straight to the Dwarf, because he's got to disarm this thing. So he's going to take 1 step here and then roll, not wanting a black shield. Yes, excellent. And so the trap is disarmed. And then we'll let Elderast do the honors and acquire the treasure. So let's see here. 144 coins. All right. Plus 1, 4, 4. Very nice. Okay, so now I might just call it here. I was only going to stream for a little over 15 more minutes, but at this point, to finish this up and move on to 4 Against Darkness, I'd have to reset everything, or even to do another quest of HeroQuest. I'll need to look at the schedule, because I got through this quest a lot faster than I thought I would. And I think it's because I focused more on traps than monster spawning. I think I was also, if I remember correctly, allowing myself to just spawn any monsters I could afford, where normally, even in my own rules that I set for myself, the strength, the intensity of the monster is based on whatever the wandering monster for the quest is. Oh, I guess last time the wandering monster was tougher, and so I was able to spawn like a Dark Elf Assassin again and again and again, as long as I had threat for it, and he kept killing the wizard, so I was going through my healing potions like crazy. But I don't have any doubts that I could get out of here without one of my guys dying, and probably without even using a healing potion. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it for today, and then I'm going to give some time to thinking about whether or not, since you, in the past, HeroQuest has taken up at least half of the week of daytime board game streaming. And here we are, before even the first day is done, and I'm finished with this quest, which is cool. I like the faster pace. I'm not sure how I feel about the challenge level. I think it was maybe a little bit too easy for me, so I'll have to think about that when I look at the next quest, and maybe think about some tweaks I might want to make. But I need to also spend some time thinking, do I want to do another quest of HeroQuest? If it takes as long as they usually have in the past, I might not get to any 4 Against Darkness. The alternative would be to spend more time with 4 Against Darkness this week, which I think I would be totally fine with. So, yeah, I'm going to end just a little bit early today, give some thought to that, look at the next quest in HeroQuest, and see what makes the most sense. But anyway, thanks for coming and watching today, and that's all for now. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. For more chat about geek entertainment, answers to your questions, and news from the wider world of Christian geekery, get the Christian Geek Central podcast today on iTunes and other podcast services.